Hey everyone, have I here bringing another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we are going to go over the details for the upcoming Dual Dokkan Festival exclusive Golden Week units in exchange Goku into Gohan and the Transforming Cell. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. And all this information is from the official Twitter pages on JP and on Global. Of course, that dropped way early in the morning, so I couldn't cover that on my time. But now we're going to make this video here. And an interesting note here, I will also be very light on videos and going over this because I'm traveling from California to North Carolina in just a few hours. Actually, like 3 or 4 hours from this video being recorded. And getting on the planes, and I'm going to be lacking equipment to do a lot of videos. But bear with me, I will be back hopefully in time to do some summons, and we'll go from there. So let's dive into the units, and yeah, here we go. The type advantages. They went strength and AGL. Pretty reasonable. I don't think we've gotten a really good super strength unit in quite some time, right? I'm trying to think. Now here's the thing about these units here, right? It's going to be more beneficial for the global version of the game than the JP version of the game. JP is already having a bunch of units in the 200% leader skill meta, which both of these are. And global just has one with Majin Vegeta, and now we're leading into the 7-year anniversary. So global is going to definitely benefit more for these units. Now, a note here is these units will return, generally speaking, in the Worldwide Celebration in September. So for those free-to-play, low-to-play players out there, you might go, well, these aren't as hyped as I thought it would be. I want to wait. That might be a good idea, but still, I think these units are going to be really, really good, especially if you're going to participate in the 7-year anniversary. These units will be very helpful there. So anyway, let's dive into the Goku and Gohan first. So the leader skill, again, 200% leader skill here. Super Saiyans and Goku family at 170% across the board, plus key plus 3. Very, very solid there. And you can run a ton of different units with those two categories. However, they did limit the 200% boost, which is the additional 30% to HP attack and defense, because you have to belong to the Android Cell Saga. Now, there are some great units that you can run, like LRAGL Gohan, Heart Virus Goku, stuff like that. That's going to get to 200%. However, if you need some support units, you can run a bunch of Super Saiyan support units on this team here and just be fine. For example, another team for high school Gohan to support, so that's going to be really solid, making that unit continuously very, very valuable. If you don't have them, definitely get them in the World Tournament summons. And I think the leader skill is fine. Again, limited, but with Super Saiyans and Goku's family at 170%, the combinations, you can still run really, really strong units there. Now, the super attack is the long-awaited instant transmission Kamehameha. The animation isn't all that smooth, it seems like, in the preview. But, I'm just happy we actually have it, so can't complain too much. But it isn't the, main unit here because this will exchange into Gohan. Now let's look at the passive skill here. Goku goes full throttle. Passive is attack and defense 180%, which is a strong baseline. Then you're going to get additional attack and defense 59% when performing a super attack. So right then and there, it's really, really strong. Oh, by the way, the super attack, I forgot to go over the super attack. It raises attack, which is the Kaioken mechanic. So that's a nice boost on the SA multiplier, and then raises defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage to the enemy. And then you also have a high chance of stunning the enemy. So really nice super attack that's really going to be highlighted also by the boost in the passive skill here. So not only that you're able to get a nice boost on attack defense, then after super attack, you are going to be able to evade, do some dodging here. You have a high chance of evading enemies' attack here. Now there's a little interesting limitation. It's within the same turn performing a super attack, then you dodge. So in the first slot here, you're going to get hit. You're not going to dodge any of those first attacks. Then you do the super attack, and then whatever's afterwards, you are able to dodge from there. So probably a better second slot character at this mode here. Then Gohan is probably more of a better first slot character. But yes, you're going to get a high chance with the 50% chance from the perform 5 turns from the start of the turn, and then you have a medium chance, 30% chance of evasion. Same thing within the same turn, performing super attack, the 6 turns afterwards. Now you are going to get an additional 20% to attack and defense, up to 59% with each attack evaded. So if you can get 3 attacks evaded, your boost is going to be really strong here, right? You're going to get 180% plus 59% plus another 59% on attack and defense. I think for a baseline here, it's very, very, you know, strong. I think it's going to be very useful unit, especially with the high chance of stunning the enemy. Super Battle Road, those types of things out there. I think they did a good job. So on top of that, let's go over their Link skills: Golden Warrior, All in the Family, Kamehameha, Fierce Battles, Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Prepare for Battle. The great thing about this, it doesn't change on transformation or I'm sorry, exchange. So I hate when that happens, when you exchange or transform, you have a different link set. It's very bothersome when you're doing team builds. Now, another plus about this unit here is the categories. We have 12 categories here. Very, very nice. You guys know me about making sure units of brand new calibers with 80 plus categories in the game right now, having a minimum of 6. Now I'm talking about 8, but this one has 12. So you're looking at Super Saiyans, Goku's Family, Pure Saiyans, Android, Cell Saga, Kamehameha, Bond of Master Disciple, Turtle School, which is nice, Heavenly Events, Bond of Friendship, Accelerated Battle, Entrusted Will, and Full Power, which is also nice there. I like the diversity, and you're going to be basically be able to run this unit on a bunch of different teams, even not at getting that 200% boost, right? So now you do have now the exchange mechanic that goes into the Gohan, and Gohan's very, very interesting. The active skill can be activated prior performing 3 or more super attacks in the battle. That's why you're going to be basically focusing on adding super or additionals, so you can super attack more, so you can then exchange, because I would say you want to exchange unless you're still looking to stun a unit using the Goku. So when you exchange, you turn into the Gohan here, and yes, the exchange Gohan is the super SA is the Masenko, and then the super attack is raises attack and defense. And there's a discrepancy here. It's this is the official global translation, but the JP translation is greatly raises attack and defense, which makes more sense. So we won't know until the data download comes out if global made a translation error, which would probably be like them to do so. Or JP actually made the error, which I highly doubt. So anyway, Masenko hopefully greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, so it doesn't stack anymore and causes immense damage to the enemy, and you don't stun anymore. So you got to make sure, and it's active skill exchange, make sure this is the right time to go ahead and exchange into Gohan, because Gohan does some interesting stuff here. You do keep the base of 180%. I wish they would have bumped that a little bit to maybe like 190, but then you get a plus an additional attack 58%. No attack and defense, but 58%, but within the same turn after receiving an attack. And receiving attack is going to be very important in this version here. And you're like, wait a minute, that seems like it's weaker, but you got to read the rest of it. So you're going to raise the defense by 100%. The more HP remaining, the greater the boost. So that in of itself is a really, really strong increase in defense. But even more so, you're going to get guards against all attacks for 3 turns from the start of the turn. And that's going to be important, because those 3 turns, you're going to have to get hit a bunch of times to max out the rest of it, which I kind of like this dynamic here. Because within those 3 turns, you're going to have that guard activated, and you're going to get, after the second time it's activated, or second time you get hit, you're going to get additional 58% to defense, so even stronger on defense. And then once you get hit 4 times, or activated, the guard is activated 4 times, you're going to get the attack and defense 58% on top of that. And if you get hit 6 times within those 3 turns, you're gonna get the guard against all attacks from then on out, and you guys know how strong that ability is, which makes this unit just a tank when you switch on over. So looks like what they're doing is really building out this unit, if you get the full buffs, to help out a lot on the red zone, right? So then you also, on top of that, On top of that, have the great chance of nullifying enemies' Ki Blast super attack, which is very common, and the great chance of 50%. And then you're going to counter with Ferocious Power, and that's a new multiplier, right? We've had like, of course, I'm trying to think of what the other one was, Tremendous, and the other multipliers. This is Ferocious, which is seemingly going to be higher, and this is actually when you get a sneak peek of Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, because we don't have a transformation or an active skill when you exchange into Gohan, which was very surprising. But we found out that the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is actually going to come out and do the counter. Okay, so interesting that they made that decision and made that choice there. I would have liked to see an active skill more so than a counter, but we'll go ahead and take what we can get here. And I think this unit is very strong. It gives you a reason to go ahead and make the exchange. Especially when you're guarding against all attacks. So, and then when you boost up, this is a beast of a unit. So, all right, tell me what you guys think about Gohan in the comment section below, or Goku Gohan in the comment section below. Let's go ahead and move on to Cell. So Cell, its leader skill, Extreme AGL here, is Android Cell Saga and Power Absorption, 170%, and then you get the additional 30%, making it another 200% lead for androids. And the androids is going to, I wouldn't say limit it too much. You're going to generally be running cells and Android, the Tech Android 1718. You have like the support World Tournament cell. You have the support Strength second form cell. Of course, you have the beast of the Ints 19 and 20. So I think that right then itself is going to be your team, especially if they're going to EZA some other units as well, especially on the Android side. So I think the leader skill is strong. I think overall the team that you're going to be making, this is going to be a stronger 200% team than the Goku and Gohan because of the limitation on Android Cell Saga. But anyway, the super attack is Special Beam Cannon, where it starts off. Remember, this is a transformation unit, so there's in reality 3 additional transformations because there is a rage mode. And this causes raises attack, again same thing as Goku here, raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage to enemy. No stunning here, but you do have the Kaioken mechanic in raising attack there, so positive note. Passive skill is attack and defense 170%, so 10% less than the Goku Gohan, and plus an additional attack and defense 30% when performing a super attack, so a lot lower than 58%. However, you do get a bunch of other boosts here, plus an additional attack defense 80%, and a chance of performing a critical hit and chance of evading enemy's attack, plus 18% when facing 2 or more enemies. So you're going to get really strong if you're going into this with Super Battle Road with 2 or more enemies, because that is amazing, right? Amazing boost there. On top of that, you're going to get an additional attack and defense 70% and a chance of performing a critical hit and a chance of evading enemies' attack another 17%, which is then a total of what? That's a 35% when facing 3 or more enemies. So you're facing 3 or more, you're even stronger. And this is perfect for like Super Battle Road and those types of harder events here. Then on top of that, you do have a medium chance of launching additional super attack when HP is 50% or more. And then you absorb Android 17 when conditions are met. So what is that condition? Well, that condition is, where's the condition? Oh, right here. Well, the condition is after the 3rd turn. That's it. Very easy. But let's go ahead and quickly talk about the links and the categories. You have Flee, Big Bad Bosses, Nightmare, Fierce Battle, Messenger from the Future, Shocking Speed, While Standing Tall. Big Bad Bosses is important to have just because you want to get that boost at link level 10. Nightmare's fine, but you have like Flee, While Standing Tall, kind of doesn't fit on certain scenarios there. It also does switch, so we'll talk about the switches in a second. We do have a decent amount of categories here. I believe this is 11 categories, so that's nice. Android Cell Saga, Power Absorption, Androids, Transformation Boost, Time Travelers, Artificial Life Forms, Target Goku, Sworn Enemies, Accelerated Battle, Worldwide Chaos, and Exploding Rage. So really nice combinations there. And we mentioned before, here you do transform, you absorb, so it's absorption, and transform into second form Cell when you are starting from the 3rd turn. So really easy to do. So once that happens, and I actually like how it works, because you're going to generally start off with, if you're going to do like Super Battle Road, with a bunch of different characters that you're fighting, so you can get these additional boosts. And then after the 3rd turn, you're like, okay, let's go ahead and go into second form here. And second form here, getting Cell getting closer to perfection, you do get some additional boosts. So you go from 170 to 180, plus an additional attack and defense 40% when performing a super attack, and then a chance of performing a critical hit and evading enemy attack plus 17%, without the 2 or more characters facing there, plus an additional attack and defense 120%, and a chance of performing a critical hit and evading his enemy attack when facing 2 or more enemies. So hopefully you're still facing 2 or more enemies at this point here. You're going to get an additional 120%. It's huge. Still get that medium chance of launching additional super attack when HP is 50% or more. And then you absorb 18 when condition is met. And what's the condition? Another easy condition here. But before we dive into that, we do change the link from Flee to Brutal Beatdown. I think that's kind of an improvement. And the transfer, or the super attack here is raises attack and defense, still increases that SA multiplier, and it's the Gravity Bomber. And then we transform or absorb into transformation, and this one is even easier, because basically it's the next attacking turn you go ahead and can absorb. So basically in 4 turns you're going to go into Perfect Cell here, and Perfect Cell is a beast. Alright, so you go from 170, 180 to now, oops, what happened here? Oops, there we go. You go to 250% attack and defense, plus an additional 50% to attack and defense when performing a super attack. Then you have a chance of performing a critical hit and evading enemies attack plus 35%, so you can get the full boost there, and plus an additional attack and defense 50% when facing 1 enemy, which that's what you're going to do generally after 4 turns. And then a high chance of launching an additional super attack when HP is 50% or more. Beast at this point in time. So I do like it gets to this point at 4 turns, so you're going to power up very quickly. You're not going to have too much time to raise the SA multiplier. And then I believe this was the super attack. It raises attack and defense for 1 turn now and causes immense damage to enemy. What do we have here? Oh, then we have the active skill. Don't worry about this. We'll show that in a second. So we don't increase the SA multiplier after this point, but hey, that's okay. At 200%, that is going to be or 250%, that's going to be very, very powerful unit here. Of course, with all the additional buffs on top of that. You do have one more transformation, and that's going to go into Rage form here. And basically that happens when, and it's an active skill, so that's nice that you don't have to automatically transform into something in Rage form. I hate when that happens. You can kind of just have to sit around for that turn, but it can be activated when HP is 50% or less, facing 1 enemy only. But the Rage form isn't bad, because once you get enraged, it's +2 to ki, and then you perform a critical hit, and you also have an immense damage multiplier versus a supreme damage. Usually that's what it looks like there. So this unit should cause damage in a rage mode or transformation, giant form, or however you want to think about that there. And I think it can work out in certain situations, so save you and give you an opportunity to maybe know how to run something, or just save you from completing a difficult event. So I really like that. I really wish they would have added a little bit of like an HP boost. That would have been nice, like, can be activated when HP is 50% or less. Maybe when you rage, you get additional like 20% on top of that. I think that would have been nice to heal for that. But anyway, that is the transformation Cell unit. Tell me what you guys think about Cell here. I think he's pretty good as well. Again, nothing groundbreaking, and this is going to be very comparable to your Captain Ginyu's and even like Majin Vegeta's at 200% leader skill metas. So I think it all kind of works out. Nothing, I guess, game breaking. I think we might see something game breaking in on Goku Day though. So we'll see. But these are the units here. It's oh, totally forgot. I'm not going to go into these 2 units because this would be then like a 30-minute video. Just to let you know, there are going to be banner units on top of this. We're going to get a Super AGL Vegeta, and then a Extreme Physical Android 16 and 18. Nothing really to be excited about. I wish these were flat out support units versus like a semi support from the 16 and 18, and Vegeta's okay. So anyway, not going to dive into it. Definitely check out the official Twitter page to get all that other information. But tell me what you guys think in the comments section below on these two brand new Golden Week units. Are you guys going to summon for them? Is this a must summon for you? Is this going to be a skip for you? Again, a reminder, these units do generally come back during the Worldwide Celebration in September. On Global, these units are going to be useful, right? Going to be useful during the 7-year anniversary, and again leading into the Worldwide Celebration. So anyway, I like them. Tell me what you guys think, and of course, if you are new to my channel, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.